Today's class is all about freedom and creative movement. So listen to the cues, but most importantly, listen to your breath, your body, and have fun. Let's start out in extended child's pose at the back of the mat. Toes together, knees wide. Bring your hips down onto your heels. Lay your chest down and stretch your arms long overhead. Take a few breaths to notice what's going on inside your body. Notice the breathing pattern that you're coming to the mat with today. Notice if there are any spots where you're holding tension within your body. See if you can use your breath to help release some of that tension. Walk your hands over to the right. Place your left hand on top of your right and stretch your left hip back and down. Feel the lengthening through the left side of your body. Walk your hands all the way over to the left side of the mat. Place your right hand on top of your left. Sit your right hip back and down and lengthen through the right side of your body. Bring your hands back forward. Press into your hands and your feet and find downward facing dog. Take a little time to move around in your downward facing dog. Lift and lower your heels. Maybe do some spinal rolls, whatever is calling to you right now. Then slowly walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soft bend to your knees. Forward fold. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Bend your knees deeper and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Arms by your sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot and then your left foot back to high plank. Over the count of 5, slowly lower all the way to the mat. 5, 4, keep your shoulders down your back. 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Inhale up to baby cobra. Exhale, release down, retuck your toes, push up and back to downward facing dog. Take the next 5 breaths to do whatever you'd like in your down dog. Maybe it's twists, maybe it's spinal rolls, maybe you want to stay still, or maybe you feel called to do some handstand hops. Then walk your feet forward between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees and slowly roll up to standing, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot and then your right foot back to high plank and slowly lower over the count of 5 to the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Roll your shoulder blades down your back as you lift up into baby cobra. Exhale, release. Retuck your toes. Push up and back to downward facing dog. 5 more breaths in down dog, doing what you are called to do right now. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back, 3-leg downward facing dog. Exhale, step your right foot by your right hand and rise up to high lunge. Press into your left big toe and the 4 corners of your right foot. Draw your hips together, front to back and side to side, and draw your low ribs in and down. Lean your torso forward, weight in your right foot, come to stand, bring your left knee up. Exhale, twist to the left. You can keep your left leg bent or extend your foot for revolved hand to big toe. Inhale, back forward, rebend your left knee and slowly step your left foot back, revisiting high lunge. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow hooks over right knee. Find some length. And then exhale to twist deeper. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Your left fingertips in front of your right big toe. Stand in your right leg, left leg, straight back and strong behind you, like you're standing on it. Stretch your right arm up to the sky. Turn your chest to the right. Revolved half moon. Softly bend your right knee. Touch your left toes down. Pivot your left heel down, straighten your right leg, and find Trikonasana triangle pose. Tuck your tailbone to help find space through your upper back. And if it feels comfortable, look up at your left hand. Bring your left hand to the mat. Come onto the outside of your left foot. Step your right foot back for side plank, or hold on to your right big toe. Lift your right leg up for extended side plank. Press firmly through your hand and your foot. Then carefully bring your right foot back where it came from at the front of the mat. Place your right hand in front of your right foot. Stand in your right leg. Lift your left. Squeeze your right glute to open your chest and your hips to the left for Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Left arm extending up to the ceiling. Softly bend your right knee. Step your left foot down. Inhale, turn to the left side of your mat. Exhale, bend your knees and come into goddess. And you can do whatever feels right in your goddess today. Sway from side to side, twist, maybe some goddess pulses. Do what feels good for you. Inhale, stand tall, and turn to your left to face the back of your mat. Left toes face forward, right toes at a 45-degree angle. Inhale for length. Exhale, hinge from your hips and come forward into pyramid pose. Keep your chest broad. Keep your back straight. Draw your belly towards your thigh. Draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Keep pressing into your left big toe mound to help keep your left knee from hyperextending. One more inhale and a full, complete exhale. Place your hands on either side of your left foot and step your feet back to high plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back, three-leg downward facing dog. Exhale, step your left foot by your left hand and come on up to a high lunge. Press into your right toes and the four corners of your left foot. Draw your hips together, forward and back and side to side, and draw your low ribs in and down. Lean your torso forward, stand in your left leg, lift your right knee. Exhale, open twist to the right. Keep your leg bent or extend it for revolved hand to big toe. Inhale back to center, rebend your right knee, and slowly step your right foot back, revisiting high lunge. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist to the left, right elbow over left knee. Find some length, and exhale to twist deeper. Bring your left hand to your left hip, your right fingertips in front of your left big toe. Stand in your left leg, right leg straight back behind you, parallel with the mat. Exhale, twist your chest to the left, lead with your shoulder, and your left hand and arm come along for the ride. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. Softly bend your left knee, touch your right toes down, spin your right heel down as you straighten your left leg and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Long, straight lines on both sides of your waist. Tuck your tailbone, find space in your upper back, and if it feels comfortable, look up at your right hand. Bring your right hand down to the mat, turn onto your right toes, and you can step your left foot back to side plank or hold on around your left big toe and extend your left leg up for extended side plank. Whatever variation you're doing, press into your hand and your foot. Then carefully bring your left foot back to the front of the mat. Left hand in front of your left foot. Stand in your left foot. Lift your right. Squeeze your left glute and open your hips and your chest to the right, Ardha Chandrasana. Strong standing leg, strong extended leg. Softly bend your left knee. Touch your right toes down and turn to the long edge of your mat. Inhale for length. Exhale, revisit your goddess. Again, doing whatever feels good in your goddess right now. Then inhale, stand tall. Turn to your right, face the front of the mat. Right toes forward, left toes at a 45-degree angle. Inhale for length. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your back long, belly to thigh, chest broad. press into your right big toe mound and the outside edge of your left foot. Slow and steady inhale. Full, complete exhale. Place your hands on either side of your right foot and step your feet back to high plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Spin to the inside of your left foot. Extend your right leg. You can leave it up or place it on the mat. Lift your left arm up and over your head. Then bring your left arm, hand back down, right knee into your chest. Spin now to the outside of your left foot. You can place your right toes down behind you for Wild Thing, or you can keep squeezing your right foot towards your butt for a more active Wild Thing. Then bring your right hand down, right knee back to your chest. Place your right knee down, spin your right foot out to the side, and come up facing the long edge of your mat for gate pose. Inhale for length. Exhale, side bend to your left, over your left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend your left knee. Bring your left hand on the inside of your left foot and find a modified side angle. Bicep can come by your ear. If it's comfortable, look under your right arm and open your chest. Inhale, back up. Place your hands down. Swing your left knee behind your right. Open your feet wide. Sit back into a folded cow face. Come forward, turn to the front of the mat, hands down, left leg extends straight back, right foot moves over to the left for an active pigeon. Press into your left toes, lift your left knee, energetically draw your hips together, forward and back. Right hip comes back, left hip comes forward. Then place your hands down, push into your hands, and slide your feet forward and up for Navasana boat pose. We're going to roll back and then come right back up to boat. Arms overhead, roll back, toes towards your hands, and then roll back up and find boat again. Cross your right shin in front of your left. Place your hands down, push into your hands, right foot by right hand, left foot back. Lower your left knee. Reach your right hand back, hold on around your left foot, and carefully draw your foot towards your butt. Twisted lizard. Carefully release, and then walk your hands back and come to sit on the inside of your left foot and thigh. If this isn't comfortable, you could do a Janushirshasana. Inhale for length. Exhale, keep that length as you fold over your right leg. Trimukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Slow and steady inhale. Full, complete exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Lift your left knee, place your left foot flat, and either using your hands or just with muscular effort, come up to Skandasana, side lunge. Turn to face the back of your mat. Place your hands down and step your feet back to high plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot up and back. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Spin to the inside of your right foot. Extend your left leg, keep it up or place it down. Lift your right arm up and over your head. Then bring your right hand back down, left knee to chest, and spin to the outside of your right foot. You can place your left toes down behind you for Wild Thing, or keep squeezing them energetically for more of an active Wild Thing. Then place your left hand back down, bring your left knee back to your chest, place your left knee down, spin your foot behind you, and come to face the long edge of your mat for gate pose. Inhale for length. Exhale, side bend over your right leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend your right knee, right hand on the inside of your right foot for a modified side angle. Left bicep by your left ear, and if it's comfortable, look under your left hand. Inhale, back up. Place your hands down, swing your right knee behind your left, open your feet wide, and sit back into a cow face fold. Come forward, place your hands at the back of the mat. Extend your right leg straight back, bring your left foot over to the right, and find an active pigeon. Right toes press into the mat. Right knee is lifted. Energetically draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Find strength in your hips. Place your hands down, press into your hands, and slide your feet forward and through for Navasana, boat pose. Once again, we'll roll back and roll back up. Arms up by your ears. Carefully and with control, roll back, and then roll up and stop in boat. Cross your left shin in front. Place your hands down, push into your hands. Left foot forward, right foot back. Lower your right knee. Reach your left hand back to hold on to your right foot and carefully draw your foot towards your butt. Inhale for length and exhale, twist your chest up to the sky. Carefully release. Walk your hands back and sit on the inside of your right foot and thigh. Again, Janu Shirshasana is an option instead. Inhale for length. Keeping that length, exhale, fold over your left leg for Triang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Slow and steady inhale. And stay for a full, complete exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Point your right knee up to the sky. You can use your hands to help you, or press your feet into the mat and come on up into Skandasana, side lunge. Turn to face the front of your mat. Place your hands down, step your feet back to high plank, and exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot just to the middle of the mat. Stretch your left leg straight back behind you, toes pointing towards the mat. You can stay here, or if you have the flexibility, walk your hands closer to your right foot and point your left toes up to the sky for standing split, but keep your hips square. So only go as deep as you can, keeping your hips square. Softly bend your right knee, and as your knee bends, keeping your left leg straight, slide it forward and through and come to seated. Left leg long, right knee bent, foot by your thigh. Wrap your right arm in front of your right shin. Reach around behind your back and see if you can bind. Inhale for length, and then exhale, fold over your left leg for Marichyasana A. Release the bind and sit tall. Use your hands to help you stand back into your right foot. Stretch the left leg back behind you, right fingertips down, left hand up to the sky. Open your chest and your hips to the left. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Strong standing leg, strong extended leg. Then bend your right knee and bring your left knee behind your right foot to come into a seated twist. Hug your right leg with your left arm. Inhale for length and exhale to twist. Inhale for length and exhale to twist deeper. Release the twist. Stand back into your right foot. Extend your left leg straight back behind you and bring your hands into heart center for Virabhadrasana 3. Bend your left knee. Bring your knee in towards your chest. You can stay here or see if you can wrap your arm in front of your shin and bind for flamingo. Release the bind. Place your hands at the front of the mat. Step your left foot all the way back. Extend your right foot all the way out to the left and come down onto the outside of your right hip. Keep your left toes tucked, your left knee lifted. You can stay up on your hands, or if it's comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms. Keep your chest and your shoulders facing the mat. Feel the stretch through your right IT band. Then sit tall and spin to the back corner of the mat into a wide-legged seat. Inhale for length. Exhale, side bend to the left. Revolved head to knee. Keep your chest opening up to the ceiling. Inhale, sit tall. Find your way into Malasana, facing the side of your mat. You can wiggle back and forth if that feels right to you. And then we're going to bind around the front of our shin again. Take your left arm, wrap it around the front of your left shin. Reach your right arm behind your back. See if you can find the bind. And then wiggle your right toes a little closer to your left until you are able to stand in that right leg, bringing the left knee bound up with you. It's like we're doing flamingo again, only standing tall. One nice long inhale and a full, complete exhale. Then you can release the bind, turn to the back of your mat, and find plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot to the middle of the mat. Extend your right leg straight back. Stay here, or if it's comfortable, you can walk your hands closer and point your right toes up to the ceiling. Again, keep your hips square. Go only as deep as you can, keeping square hips, standing split. Bend your left knee, keep your right leg straight, and slide it forward and through to come to seated. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Bind around your left leg. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Marichyasana A. Release the bind, stand back into your left foot, stretch your right leg back, and turn your chest and your hips to the right. Right arm lifts, Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left knee, bring your right knee on the outside of your left foot to come down into a seated twist. Hug your left leg with your right arm. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist deeper. Release the twist and stand again in your left leg. Right leg straight back behind you. Bring your hands to heart center for a warrior 3 variation. Bend your right knee, bring it in towards your chest. Stay here or try to bind around your right shin. Flamingo pose. Release the bind, place your hands at the back of your mat. Stretch your right leg all the way back and your left leg all the way out to the right. Come down onto the outside edge of your left hip. Keep your right toes tucked, your right knee lifted. You can stay up on your hands or come down onto your forearms. Make sure your chest and your shoulders are staying square with the mat. Then come up to seated, turning towards the front corner of your mat in a wide-legged seat. Inhale for length. Exhale, side bend to the right, Parivrtta, Janu Shirshasana, revolved head to knee. Keep your chest opening up to the ceiling. Then sit tall, and again find your way into Malasana, facing the side of your mat. This time we'll bind around the right shin. Right arm wraps in front, left arm wraps behind, and then wiggle your left toes a little closer to the right until you're able to stand in your left leg, bringing the right knee all the way up. Stand tall, chest broad. It's like our flamingo from before, only completely upright. One nice long inhale and a full, complete exhale. Then you can release and turn to face the front of your mat. Find high plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop to seated. Bring your legs straight out in front of you, and then slowly roll all the way down onto your back. Once you're on your back, bring both legs up, point the soles of your feet to the ceiling, and find a straight line from your ankles through your knees to your hips. You can just stay here and legs up the wall, or if you want to move on with me into plow and shoulder stand, you can do that, but please stay here if you have any neck issues. If you're moving on to plow, lift your legs up and back over your head. Make sure your shoulders are walked in underneath you so that you're on your shoulders and not your neck. Press your toes into the floor. Lift your hips. This is a pose of lift, not compression. Try and get your hips over your shoulders. You can stay here, or if you want to go into shoulder stand, place your hands onto your back, one foot at a time, or maybe you want to try both feet at a time. Lift your legs up, again, on your shoulders, not on your neck. Try and find a straight line from your toes to your ankles, to your knees, to your hips, to your shoulders. One more inhale. And exhale. Then slowly and with control, lower your feet back down behind your head. Revisit plow. And with control, roll vertebrae by vertebrae back down until you're back and legs up the wall. Then bring your legs down and sit up. Take your hands and place them underneath your sit bones. Put your forearms down on the mat so your elbows are straight back behind you. Puff up through your chest. Let your head hang back. You can stay here, or if you want to go a little deeper in your fish, you can come until the top of your head is on the mat, but don't put any weight on your head. Feel the opening through the front of your body. One more inhale. And exhale. Then carefully lift your head, lay your back down, release your hands. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Let your hands rest by your hips, palms facing up. And close your eyes. Swallow and relax your jaw. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth and release any clenching in your teeth. Relax your shoulders, let them melt down into the mat. Relax the gripping of your fingers and let your toes fall open to the sides. Notice your breath. Let it return back to its normal automatic pattern. And just be with your breath for the next few minutes. I invite you to stay here for as long as you'd like, for as long as you're able. If you're ready to move on with me, stretch your legs long, stretch your arms long overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll over onto one side. Then carefully find your way into a comfortable seated position. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the rise and the fall of your breath. Feel your heart beating against your hand. Thank you for practicing with me today.